Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All supports the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Disney Plus Wave, the Khonshu Builder figure, more specifically the Howard the Duck figure from Marvel's animated show What If. Now I have to show you the packaging here because it did make me laugh. The Builder figure is actually in the main section of the packaging, and the main figure, Howard the Duck, was sort of shoved down the side here where the accessories normally go, which I thought was really quite funny, and then the head here as well in the other side. So the main part of the packaging is taken up by the Builder figure, which makes perfect sense because it is a huge piece. So it makes sense that they had to include a smaller character in order to give us this huge Builder figure piece. But let's be perfectly honest with you, if you're going out to the store to pick these up, is this really worth the retail price on it? If you're not building the Builder figure, then it's definitely not, unfortunately. I am sorry, Marvel Legends, but this is not the equivalent of a standard 6-inch figure. These kind of smaller figures are much more of an accessory. I've said this before about characters like Spider-Ham, where they've packaged up big Builder figure pieces with smaller figures, which is great for us collectors that will get an entire wave sent to us, but for those collectors that are just going out to pick up one or two, this is a very expensive small figure. He stands about, I would say, about 4 inches high, and he's very limited with his articulation. His arms do articulate. He's got 1 point of articulation in his elbow. His hands move around as well. His feet kind of go side to side. He's got waist articulation, and his neck articulates as well, but there is no articulation in the legs whatsoever. This, of course, is the Ant-Man head that we saw in Marvel Zombies, which was a key part of the Marvel Zombies comic and also featured in the Marvel Zombies episode of What If, and that's a cool little accessory. I'm glad that they did give us that on top of this Howard the Duck Builder figure. Here's the Builder figure piece, and you can see exactly how tall it is. I'm going to hesitate a guess that this Builder figure is going to be about 8 inches tall when all complete, but do check out the video on my page because there is a video where I'm going to be putting the whole Builder figure pieces together and creating that Khonshu Builder figure. But the detail on the Builder figure is really nice. It's just a bit of a shame that the most exciting part about this package is the Builder figure piece. I did see this Builder figure assembled at MCM Comic Con and it looked huge in the cabinets. The detail's definitely there, so it's one that I'm definitely excited about. And as a collector of the full wave, I can kind of overlook that we've got this Howard the Duck because I am a fan of Howard the Duck. I do like the fact that we've got a Howard the Duck figure. We've not had one for a long time, and the one that we had previously, I think it was even back in the Toy Biz days, is very dated now. This Ant-Man head is really cool. The only thing that would have made it a little bit better, in my opinion, is if they'd put articulation in there in the neck. And maybe put it on a ball joint so you could kind of move it around and have it in different positions, like looking up and stuff, because it is just a kind of a bit of plastic here. The sculpting on it is fantastic, but it would have been nice to have that option, and then we could have even popped it off and put it on an Ant-Man body and had like an animated version of Ant-Man. But no, you can't do that with this. I'm sure there's some customizing there you could do with it, but you can't do it with it out of the box. One other thing that would have made this a little bit better, in my opinion, is maybe an alternate head for Howard the Duck, one without the hat. A little bit maybe more articulation in the arms so he could hold this jar that he comes with, or even some alternate hands, maybe one with like a martini glass in it or something like that. It's just, I don't know, it just feels like there was more they could have done with it. I mean, it's great. The sculpting on it is fantastic. It looks like Howard the Duck from the What If episodes. It's a really cool Howard the Duck, and you know, naturally you can put this with your Guardians of the Galaxy if you wanted to, because even though it's the animated version, it's Howard the Duck at the end of the day, so it kind of works either way. But he's in the MCU. Howard the Duck is in the MCU, so it's great that we've got this figure, and I don't really know how they would have given it to us otherwise, unless they had packaged him in as like a 2-pack or something like they did with Deadpool and Hitmonkey. But a bit of articulation in the legs would not have gone amiss, and I think it would have made this less of a kind of an insulting piece to certain collectors. As I said, I mean, for me, I was picking up the wave anyway because I wanted to build the Builder figure, so I kind of look at this one as a little bit of a bonus one, and I suppose the tooling and the production went into that Builder figure piece. But yeah, it's a hard one to kind of get excited about for the general public. If you're a Howard the Duck fan, then yeah, it's great, but you're still going to be looking at it going, oh, I wish it had a bit more articulation. So yeah, alternate hands, maybe an alternate head, bit of articulation in the legs, and this would have been a much better offering. I want a bit of articulation in the neck of that Ant-Man head, and then what you see here on screen would have been a much better offering. But yeah, am I glad that I've got a Howard the Duck in my collection? Definitely. Do I wish that there was more to it? Definitely. Do check out my page because I have a look at the rest of this wave in full 5-minute action figure reviews for each one of them, and I've also done a video on the Khonshu Build-A-Figure, so you can have a look at that being assembled and see exactly how big that is. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support the channel is very much appreciated. And that's about it. I'll see you very soon.